Hello, Mama. Welcome to today's Embodied Flow yoga practice. So Embodied Flow is the yoga practice for the earth element. And you might be wondering, what does that mean? Well, it means that we get out of our heads and that we really drop into this present moment. We drop into our bodies and we move in a way that feels good, that feels organic, and that feels whole. So our earth element, it on a physical level targets our stomach and our spleen. And on an energetic level, it's all about nourishment. So how do we nourish ourselves? How do we nourish ourselves on a physical level, mentally, emotionally? And our yoga practice is a wonderful way to do that, to feed the soul. So with that being said, let's get to it. We're going to sit up nice and tall. You can maybe allow yourself to wibble wobble, if that's a word, wibble wobble back and forth a little bit until you can feel your sitting bones grounded into the earth beneath you. Close your eyes. Maybe let your hands drop down onto your knees. It can be palms down or palms up. Just kind of noticing what feels good for you in this moment. Embodied yoga. We get to move intuitively, move in a way that feels good. So I'm here to guide you, but you are the guru. So please listen to your body and flow in a way that feels wholesome for you. Okay, with that being said, we're going to find a prayer at heart. Just take a moment to set your intention for practice. What is it that your soul is needing to feel nourished? And then whatever it is, let that be your intention. Let that be your guide. We're going to take a big breath in as we reach those arms around and up. And then exhale, release, prayer to heart. Reach your arms nice wide open like you're giving someone a big hug. And then we're going to bring the right hand underneath the left, or right elbow underneath the left elbow, and maybe hold on to the outsides of the shoulders. This might be the pose for you. However, if you feel you can go a little bit deeper, if you have more space in your shoulders, we're going to come into an eagle arms here. So we'll bring forearms to forearm and then bring palm to palm. And then we're just going to begin to find a little bit of movement here. We're going to create some circles with the elbows, moving them in a big circular direction, one way. Again, you're always invited to close your eyes if that helps you to have more of an embodied experience. And then begin to make circles in the opposite direction. So doing your best to relax the body and keeping the core engaged. So continuing to zip the belly button in towards the spine. We're going to find one more round of breath, one more big, beautiful circle here. And then come back through center, reach those arms wide open. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, this time bring the left arm underneath the right. It's the same as before, elbows stacked on top of elbows. You're always invited to stay here. Or if you feel you can go a little bit deeper today, then coming into eagle on the opposite side. So bringing the forearms to touch, maybe even the palms to touch. So this time we're going to find a seated cat-cow with our eagle arms. So as you breathe in, lift the elbows up, open up the throat. And then exhale, bring the elbows in towards the belly button as you bring the belly button towards the spine and drop the chin towards the chest. And we're going to find that a few more times. Again, maybe with the eyes closed. Allow yourself to be present. Continue to feel your sitting bones grounding into the earth. And one more round here. Our eagle-armed cat-cow. Okay, so keeping your arms as they are, come into a straight spine, then drop those arms down by the sides of your body, then reach them up, finding a prayer above your head, and exhale, prayer to heart. We're going to make our way into downward facing dog. And then when you arrive, allow yourself to find 3 beautiful rounds of breath there. Down dog is all about balance, so allow yourself to find a balance here from the front of the body and the back of the body, right side of the body and left side of the body, really tuning into your core, into your center. On your next breath in, step the right foot forward. We're going to rise tall, coming into our warrior 1 position. So reach those arms up, lift the heart up. And then exhale, release prayer to heart. Press your thumbs into the sternum, your sternum into the thumbs. Inhale, big breath in. Bring all of your weight into this right foot as we launch up into our warrior 3. So you can have the toes pointing to the back of the mat, or you could have the foot flexed, pointing down towards the ground. This left hip is going to want to peel up, as is mine. So we want to make sure that we are being conscious that we're dropping it down towards the mat so both hips are square. Big breath here. Find something to focus on. Stay engaged through the core as you begin to draw that right knee forward, coming into a standing position, and we're going to bring that the left knee on top of the right, coming into eagle legs. So if your balance is feeling a bit wobbly today, no worries. You can just find a kickstand here with your toes. If you're feeling like you are feeling super strong and balanced, then you can wrap it all the way around your leg. We're going to open up the arms as if though you're hugging the world, and then bring that left arm underneath the right, coming into your eagle arms. Finding a big breath here. Now, keeping your arms as they are, we're going to begin to untangle the legs, coming into a tree pose. So we're going to let the left knee come out towards the side, and then perhaps drop the toes down onto the mat, maybe even bring the sole of the foot onto your calf. And then when you're ready, drop the hands down and then reach them up, coming into your fullest expression of tree. As you breathe in, catch a prayer in the sky, and then exhale, drop it down to the center of your heart. Finding a big breath in as you bring that left knee forward, and then exhale it out, back into your warrior 3. Big breath into your warrior 3, and then exhale, warrior 1, drop it down, reach your arms up, and then drop those hands down to frame the front foot. Step both feet back, coming into our plank pose, finding a big breath in, and then as you exhale, lower it all the way down. Keep the elbows squeezing in towards the sides of the body. Inhale, lift up for our cobra pose, and then exhale, downward facing dog, bending the knees and then lifting the hips high. 3 rounds of breath. Okay, we're going to find that same sequence on the opposite side. So we'll step the left foot in between the hands, coming into your warrior 1. Nice strong warrior, bending into that front knee, pressing through the pinky side of the back foot. Big, beautiful breath in, shine the heart forward, and then exhale, prayer to heart. As you breathe in, press the thumbs into the sternum, launching yourself up, whoop, into your warrior 3. Creating a nice, long, straight spine. As you breathe in, begin to guide that right knee forward and letting that right leg come across the left. So perhaps starting with that kickstand, or if you're feeling extra balanced, you can come into your eagle legs by wrapping that right foot all the way around the left. Reach your arms open. And then bring that right arm underneath the left arm. Keep lifting the elbows up towards the sky. Feel the shoulder blades widening across the back. We're going to come into tree pose with our legs here. So letting that right knee open up towards the side of the mat. And then when you're ready, dropping the hands down, letting them reach back up. So letting your branches grow. Really feeling grounded here into that left foot. Feel your hips pressing in towards one another, allowing you to reach up higher. And finding a big breath in, crunch a prayer in the sky. And then exhale, drop it down to the center of your heart. You're going to guide the right knee forward and then make your way back into Warrior 3. Finding a big breath in our Warrior 3. And then dropping it down into Warrior 1. Once again, reach those arms up, shine the heart forward, and then exhale, lower the hands down, stepping back into plank. Big breath in, exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra, lift the heart up. And then exhale, child's pose, sink back onto the heels. Let the belly drop. Totally relax. Just begin to breathe in, walk the hands back towards the knees. So we're coming into a hero's posture. We'll find both of our hands right on top of the heart space. And once again, just allowing yourself to connect to the breath, connect to this moment, being totally present, reconnecting to that intention. What does your soul need to feel nourished? Breathing it in with every round of breath. So I invite you to stay here, or if you are looking for a little bit of a deeper stretch, we're going to come into a reclined hero. So we keep our knees together and then we sit in between the heels. Again, this might be like the pose for you. It's all about embodying your experience and doing what feels in alignment for you, what feels true for you. If you feel like you can go for a bit of a deeper stretch, then we're going to allow ourselves to lean back. And again, allow yourself to just take this nice and slow. So we're stretching the stomach meridian of the body. So that might be keeping the forearms onto the mat and then leaning back, or you might be able to come all the way down to your back. We're going to enjoy this as a restorative posture, finding 5 full rounds of breath. Do your best to resist the urge to fidget. Breathing straight into the belly, straight into your core self. We're very mindfully going to transition out of the posture. So allow yourself to come in the way you came out. Bring the forearms first onto the mat and then lift yourself up. Coming back into that hero's pose, knees together. Then we're going to come over onto the hips. Let the legs go out nice and long and come all the way down onto the back. Hugging the knees towards the chest. Self a rock and roll. And bring the soles of the feet to touch. Bringing your hands down onto your belly. Letting the shoulders soften. Staying deeply connected to your breath as you continue to explore this question of what does my soul need to feel nourished? What do I need to feel whole? What am I truly hungry for? So I welcome you to stay in this reclined butterfly pose. Or for your final relaxation, if you'd like, you can come into Shavasana. You can let the legs go nice and long. You can keep your hands on your belly, or you can let them relax down by the sides of the body. This quiet time, this is a gift. This is your gift. So allow yourself to really receive the benefits of your practice as you savor these final moments of your Shavasana. This is where I'm going to leave you, but please stay here for as long as you can. Please know that the light within me is in you. Namaste.